Oh, how about this for a tough choice early on? Which direction they go here is going to say a lot about what this team wants to do. Boy, you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here. Boy, a tough choice here, but one that any organization would love to have. How do you... Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into the starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade. Well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that pick. Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player, or do you go after a position of need? And this team does have a lot of needs, but this guy is a legitimate star, and he'll make everyone around him better. With time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster. We've already had a New York Giant be selected in this draft. Now here's a chance for a teammate to join him. Yeah, I think with that pick, you're just looking to build up your core. Get some guys in here that can help round out the roster. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at a playmaker type spot? Options here on both sides of the football. It's pretty much of a coin flip if you ask me. This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front, or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position?
Larry, so the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
To throw, it's Manning. And Stills over the middle. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Manning going to try and throw on third down. He's got Lockett. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started, but even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Allen here on the screen. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And the tight end Olsen, right side. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people
fighting for it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Joseph Fourier, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go play action here on 1st down. A dump off to Sims. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd gone to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll set up to throw. Then Steve Smith hauls it in. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. First carry here for Charles Sims. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And when you don't pick up the necessary yardage in that situation, sometimes it starts to put a little doubt in the play caller's mind about what he's going to run on the next play. Because most of them, they thought they were going to pick it up right then and there. Now they've got to adjust what they're doing, adjust what they're thinking, and maybe they go away from what they originally thought.
Again, they run with Sims. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
To throw now on first down. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
Smith catches left side. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. The open man is Smith. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We're back to Houston after this timeout. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at the 2. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Back to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time. And it'll be 2nd and goal. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. They'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. This could very well be 4-down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1. Now 3rd down and goal from the 1. And just a Short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's caring.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From midfield, here's Manning. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And quickly they get to the line. Manning now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
Manning will try again on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Caught left side by Hilton. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's the fullback. This is Whitlock. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards.
That could not have been timed out any better, and that's exactly what receivers want. The ball in their hands as quick as possible allows them to catch it at full speed and take off and go. And how about the end result there? Big-time run after catch yardage. That rack yardage is so...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Charles Sims from 17 yards out. And the Colts are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got Lockett. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Manning now to throw. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And they're going to face a 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. 8 yards there on a first down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
On play action, now Manning. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Now Manning. And Stills over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Now Manning, gotta have this one. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's gonna take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Greg Olsen, 31 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, oh, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 9, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And Olsen over the middle. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Smith catches left side. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Now Manning. And he fires one incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Manning going to throw. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. 18 yards there and a 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw is Manning. And Stills over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys in the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
Now Allen. And he's brought down. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming hard.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
And this one through the uprights and good. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week. Of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle? We're going to find out.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger time. Hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing. They will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. 2 teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. On first down, it's Locke. And his first look is incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And that's incomplete. Gavin Escobar, his big tight end, was the intended receiver. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Returnable for Lockett. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And that's understanding where the markers are because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And the Steelers are going to have a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion. All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Manning indeed going. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Ware, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. So out come the Chargers. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A big gain that time for the Chargers. 30 yards. And that one there was just a drag route to Watkins.
And that should be one of his best routes because I like his toughness going across the middle. I also love his ability to regulate his speed and really get in sync with his quarterback. And then after he catches and look out, that's when he's really dangerous.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now on 4th down, Mike McCoy will send in the field goal unit. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try. And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right? That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves? And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of a...
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Back near the goal line, here's Manning. And Olsen over the middle. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Manning now on first down. On the left side, this is Stills. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Brief break in the action here. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. One receiver left is Hilton. Here's Manning to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, Manning. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg Olsen, 46 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Derek Shelby in there to drop.